Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Citadelum. We are back in the DLC, The Last Conqueror of Britannia, and we are still working on the second mission in this campaign, You Among All Other Armies. So, last episode we got a lot of the foundations ready to make a bit of a charge across the map and start exploring. But first of all, we do have something that we need to deal with in the justice section. So, we can either, here we go, we've got rumours spread that a plebeian has poisoned a well as an act of revenge, endangering the entire community. However, no one knows for certain who did it, and among the suspects brought before you all deny their guilt. As fear and paranoia grip the city, the people demand the culprit before panic takes hold. So we can either get rid of 20 plebeians, and the people's favour will increase, or we can pardon them and lose 5 citizens. We're going to punish them. And that'll be done. People are now happier. We've got a group of plebeians leaving the city, but we should get some more coming back in. It won't be much of an issue. Currently, though, that will impact on our our stuff that's going on in the settlement. Looking at stuff at the moment, Apollo is not very happy with us, so we're going to go to our Temple of Apollo, and we are going to have a festival. That should bring that back up. Hopefully, that. Oh no, I've given one to Jupiter. Right, we've got 11 pigs that we can sacrifice, hopefully. If we have a quick look at our pig farm, that was a bad move on my part. Right, where are our pigs? There we are. Let's have a quick look at what we've got in store. We've got 7, and we're producing not enough, actually. We're going to need to put some more pig farms to work. But that is largely due to the fact that we've had a population leave the city. We're going to go to the region map, and we're going to send out our explorers to start finding some more territories for us. So we've got loads of explorers because we did train up quite a significant number of them. So we're going to deploy quite a few and get them exploring new territories as we start to expand the map. So we need to free the city of East Aposide, we need to win 5 battles, and then buy 800 marble, then sell 1600 marble. So it's going to be a bit of a trading bounce around, actually. Looking over here, we have found a relic, which we can actually deliver to Apollo to please them. Good. Right, then we'll stick another explorer in, another one here. And that is an army there. We have lost an explorer due to that, and another army there. Okay. Let's get our legion deployed. So we can deploy one here, which will contain... Let's give them 1 legionnaire. We'll give them 60 infantry. We'll give them 60 archers. And we'll give them 60 cavalry for now. And having a look at our enemy, they've only got archers, actually. So if we recall that legion a second, we're going to deploy a new legion. What's this one got? Infantry. So we're going to deploy a legion here that has let's give them 2 centurions, and we'll fill it up with cavalry, and let's go with infantry as well. Then we'll deploy that legion. Then we're going to stick another legion here, and we're going to fill that with archers and infantry and the 1 legionnaire. They just had infantry, so we want to make sure there's more archers there. There we go. Right, they'll head off. Then we'll head over to here. And we're going to actually do this battle ourselves. Why not? We haven't done a battle for a while, and these ones should be pretty easy. So it's all archers here. We're just going to stick some infantry in a little bit of a row here. We'll make a large kind of force there. And then we want to go with... We're going to split the cavalry into a row of 48 there. And another one of 48. And then the last one will just be a 37. And then we'll give them... There we go. Legionnaires are in. And off we go. We'll just pause. We're going to have this unit attack that lot. We're going to have this unit attack that one. And this one attack that one. We should steamroll these guys, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. We'll have our centurions dive into the flanked ones. And then our infantry will go and attack that lot. Right, there we go. We are off. This should not take us long at all. We should absolutely obliterate the enemy here without losing any forces, really, I would imagine. Not seeing anybody move down yet. It's looking like this is a comprehensive victory for us. There we go. We lost 1 unit of cavalry, but the battle is ours. Excellent. Right, good. We can continue on now. So this explorer here can actually start moving into these new territories and looking to explore further for us. So that is 1 battle won out of 5. So it should not take us that long at all to get this one done. And once we've freed some of the new cities, we should be okay as well. Right, we're going to start this battle. It looked like actually there was some cavalry in this one. Yeah, 10 units of cavalry. So my infantry will just go as a full force. Actually, no, we'll split these. We'll have a couple of smaller ones here. So we'll go with 22 here. We'll go 10 here. And we'll have a few more archers on this side. And then a bit less there. And then there we go. Right. Okay, let's do it. Right. Okay, so we want our infantry to go straight into the cavalry because they have the advantage over them. Then we want this unit of infantry to head over here and the archers to start laying down some missiles on that side and the same that side as well. Right, let's see how this one goes. It should be, again, an easy victory. So the cavalry there have started going for my infantry, but I have other infantry there to support, so they should make quick work of them. As you can see, the cavalry is going down fairly fast. My infantry on this side have suffered a bit of a defeat, but not really. We lost 5 infantry altogether, so it's not been too much of a problem. Right then, my current legion here, we are going to recall, and we're going to recall this one as well. And then we can send this explorer further into the lands, and you can see we are now with 2 of 5 battles victory. And that's really good. Okay, so let's have a quick look at where my explorers can go now. We'll send them off into new territories again. We've got one here that hasn't quite explored there. What about this one? This one doesn't seem... Ah, there we go. Carpow. So, Carpow will buy marble off us. They do need salt, and I have salt, so we can actually donate that, and that improves my diplomatic relations. We can also levy troops, and this will help us out as well. But we do get a 20% lower price for buying and a 20% higher price for the stuff we sell. So we can sell marble to Carpow, and right now, at the moment, everything else, not really anything we can do to help them. This space is almost done. We have another bit of diplomacy that we can do. So, a group of patricians has been caught tax evading, using their influence to neglect their obligations to Rome. While the common folk struggle to pay their dues, this fraud has sparked outrage and calls for firm action. Punishing them would restore justice, but so let's seize their assets. We're going to lose 30 patricians, but we've got, you know, we've kind of recovered from the plebeian exodus, so I think I can deal with a short number of people leaving here. We'll send that explorer further in. And the remaining explorers still... Actually, can I get this area here explored? Or is that where my current explorer is? I think it is where he currently is. Broomhill has now been unlocked and we can buy marble from them. They want fish and clay. So we could actually get that done. We have a quick look at how many fish we have. Ooh, we found another relic. I think we should probably use this to appease Minerva. There we go. Right, we'll just slow down a second. Because there's also grassy walls who... we can sell medicinal herbs to. They want carrots, so we'll do that donation. And then currently we trade 15 per day in our daily balance there. That's fine. So we should be able to do that. That's good. So we now have a trade route set up with them. They want fish. We're currently making 30 fish per day, but if we have a quick look at what we've got in storage, I would like to get that target going further up because we can get more fish in, we can increase our reputation with Broomhill, and then start buying the marble that we need off them. Right, we're going to take a blessing of Minerva to get some building materials because I'm noticing the wood is not doing so well. So if we have a look at where our lumber yards are, our fishmongers at the moment, yeah, we don't have... Ooh, another relic. They're going to Pluto. Good, good. We've still got explorers out on the field, but we don't have any new enemy forces, so we can continue to explore freely. And I'm going to send my explorers off in as many different directions as possible. I can recall that explorer and send this one into this territory, and then over here they can head off there. And I've got another one there. I don't know if I can actually reach that. No, we can't. Right, we'll recall that one, and then we'll head back into our settlement. Let's get Pluto's blessing, which is good. I think we can probably complete this level today and then get ready to move on to the third level in the Britannia expansion. It's once you've kind of got everything set up and you're pretty, you know, sufficient, does not take long at all. I think these fishmongers actually produce fish fillets, and our fishing dock is where we're suffering at this moment in time. But we are getting a net migration now with more people coming in, so maybe we could get another article or artifact, sorry. We're going to give this one to Pluto and 91 here. King-clad wood. We can sell furniture to them. We can give them clay, which is good. That's what they wanted. Broomhill. Still needing fish. We've got more enemy units on the map as well. And St. Meadows here wants salt, so that's fine. And we can also sell them some stone. So we're going to sell them. Let's sell them 130 stone per day, or roughly 130 stone per day. That'll do, 127. There we go, 131. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more profit and sets up a nice trade route. Then we can send another explorer even further afield. Easter Powside is the city we're still looking for. Over here, we can donate milk there. We're losing iron ore on a daily basis, so we can't sell anything to Akta Mukti. But we can, once again, send my explorers further afield and unlock some more territory. But King Claddy Wood is going to be the staging for another battle. So over here in Broomhill, we can actually move some people further in. And we've got another battle here. They have 30 infantry, 20 archers, and 36 infantry. Sorry, yeah, that's right. 30 cavalry, 20 archers, and 36 infantry. Let's get a new legion out. We're going to go with 2 centurions here, and we'll kind of try and just have half and half actually. So 77, 78, 78 there, and then 72 here, and then we'll fill the rest out with cavalry, which doesn't give us a lot of cavalry, but it's certainly going to be enough to roll over this lot. So we're going to simulate this battle, which we should win pretty easily. There we go. We lost a few of each unit, but we have now got that legion ready to advance even further. How is Broomhill looking? Do we have the fish that they need yet? No, not quite. Let's have a quick look. 93 fish. So actually, we do have it. Oh, 95. We need 2 more fish. Come on, 2 more fish and we should be fine. And then this one, we should be able to just fill this up because we now have the maximum. With the exception of them. Okay, right. And then this legion will go into battle as well. We will simulate again. And again, a nice, easy victory for us. That takes us to 4 of 5 battles won. We can then shift our explorers in and unlock some more territory. This legion is going to move on to Broomhill. We're going to have a look here. We should... No, we're still short. Still not able to donate there. But everywhere else is getting what it needs. What's going on here? 25 plebeians can arrive in my city. I'm actually going to take that. Our city is also under attack. But if we just stand by and watch here, you can see they're going to get absolutely obliterated. We're going to make very short work of this invading force. And they are gone. Another relic has been found. We're going to give that one to the lowest ranked or lowest happiness god, and then we'll move our explorers even further in. Looking over here, I think there's probably only one more. This might be the last bit of map to explore. We can now donate that, and we can start buying marble that we need. Can we actually levy troops to this lot? They don't have any soldiers available. They do have an extra demand that will come in, so that should bring down the cost of the marble. And we are going to try. We're making 5,000 a day, so we can offset that by bringing in 245 marble. We'll bring in 245 marble per day, and we can sell that 245 marble to Karpow. We'll do 240 per day, so 4,000 income from that, and the cost is 3,000. So 3,600 to make 4,000. We'll still be up in a profit, so that should not take us long at all. If I just max that out at 400 and then max out Karpow at 400 per day. We'll go with 395 because I can't seem to get any more in there. Right, let's. We're speeding up. That's good. So we've bought 245 marble out of the 800. Easter Powside is the last place that we need to free and liberate. Longforgan is there. There is Easter Powside. Right, okay, we're going to recall that explorer. Then we're going to pull this legion in. We're going to attack. We might lose this one, but we'll just simulate it. Yeah, we are going to lose, but we've depleted the enemy legion sufficiently, and we can now just push in with our second legion, simulate this battle. That's going to be a quick victory, and Easter Powside or Powside is now free. Excellent. We can donate some lumber to them. And what does Broomhill need? It's got its needs covered currently, so that doesn't help. And now it's just about getting these trades done. So we don't really need to do anything else here. Just wait for the trade to come in, get our marble. We've got a collapse here, which we're going to rebuild. Then we want to put an event on at the arena, actually. So we're going to need to train up a new gladiator. Another watchtower here we're going to rebuild. And another one. So we're not very well covered in terms of our stuff here in like the extra watchtowers I've put in. We're going to buy a new gladiator. Do we have anyone here ready for the Circus Maximus? We do. And then let's have a quick look at our gods. We've got Mars here, who is not particularly happy. So let's have a festival to Mars. And then we can also make some sacrifices to Minerva. Where is she? Minerva, Minerva, Minerva. Where are you? There you are, Minerva. We're going to sacrifice 3 pigs to Minerva. So we've got events going on all over the place. The people are entertained. We've got 645 marble imported, 245 sold. So it really ain't going to take us that long to finish off. We've got, oh yes, crematorium and stuff. We've got lots of new buildings came with the most recent expansion. And if we have a quick look, that was what I was going to do. Have a look at my lumber. Right, so we do have, where's our timber? Timber is over here. So our logging camp, we'll just boost the number of people working in there. And that should see us leave the deficit that we currently have. Plebeians, they do want a library, which we can actually build. So let's have a quick look at what we've got. Housing and services here, the library. We can put the library just outside here. Oh, deliver 30 patrician. Okay, there you go. Easy. Gives us a nice boost to our coffers. Library going in. So now, if I have a look at these plebeian housing, you can see they just want textiles as well. So let's have a look at our materials production and our weaver. Now our weaver probably needs to go out here. And we also are going to need a flax field. Don't have the timber for a flax field, so I think we are likely going to need another timber yard, which might mean we need to put in another plebeian house, but we don't have the timber to do that. Ooh, okay, so what's consuming the wood? It is the bow workshop. So if we demolish one of these bow workshops, we will start producing wood again. There we go. Right, good. We don't actually need anything like in terms of military now because we've wiped out all of the enemy armies. We're going to pardon this guy. I've not even read the thing. Got a drunken soldier, so we'll banish him. And we do obviously lose military, but we don't have a need for military because we've reached a stage of peace now. So that's fine. And then we do need to get our flax fields up and running. You can see here we will be making plenty of stuff in terms of our wood, so that's not an issue. And then we'll just build a couple of flax fields, or just the one actually should be enough. We'll max them out. And looking over here, these have everything they need just about. Once we get the clothing in, which we'll bump up again, we can put in a plebeian housing. That's probably what we should do. I'm going to drop down the bow workshop again. We'll leave them. Actually, we can just delete this one as well. I've got swordsmiths. We've got 2 of them. We've got explorer training stuff. So the wood should start to increase quite nicely now. And then we'll get some more plebeian houses. All we've got left to do is the 1,600 marble. So we should have this one completed very soon. Looking at our money as well, that's 1,035. So it's just going to be one more run really would do it. So we'll put in another couple of plebeian houses here. Once we get enough wood in, this one should go up very, very quickly once they get wheat. So that isn't going to be an issue. They'll start to really increase in there. In fact, it's in the wrong place actually from how I normally put them. So we're just going to move it back a touch. There, that's where it should be. And then we'll put a little bit of a paved road that connects it all up. Because then, you can see there, 25%. It means I can put the decorative items in. We've got another plebeian house that we need to put in. The wood is starting to increase quite nicely. That was the big issue with getting the military all put in place and making sure that we had enough to facilitate the growth of our army. We now don't need an army because we're peacetime now. And we don't actually have anyone to combat or fight. So we can put in some nice decorative items here. Put the lions in. And then we can put in a little fountain here. Another one there. And then lastly, we'll put some colonnades in. I can just about squeeze a garden in behind this tavern. And that looks quite pretty. Right, good. So we're going to get lots more plebeians moving in, which should facilitate the growth of the weaver, and the flax fields will be coming in nicely as well. We probably need another weaver though, so let's get that done. There. And we have reached prestige level 8. We've also unlocked the Temple of the Gods. Now what we could do, these are wonders, these are brand new to the game. We could actually put in a great library, but we need a lot of furniture and a lot of wood for that. So the wonders, there are 3 of them. You need quite a bit of work doing to get to that point. I do kind of have like grand inspirations to build a really, really big city, potentially when we get to the last campaign level, but we are 1 day away from completing this one. 1,430 units of marble have been sold through our trade routes, and we've only got 170 left to go. We're making a lot of money. So the import-export thing works really well if you unlock quite a few towns and can afford to import and then export, especially if you're able to pay them to increase the reputation that you have with them, because that 20% ends up being quite good. If you have a 20% reduction to stuff that you're buying from them and a 20% increase to then sell that commodity to another town, it's free money, really. You aren't then going to eat into your own town's resources because you're taking resources from another town, and if you take the one exact certain amount and then immediately sell it to another, it doesn't touch your stocks, so it's fine. Just gonna make sure that my citizens are entertained, so we'll celebrate an event there. Looks like all of my granaries are full, but it's just in time because we're off to the Capitoline Hill to have a victory parade. We have finished this level. So next time, we'll be moving on to level 3 of this short 5-level campaign. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.